Have you ever seen a phrase like this floating around online? Or maybe even written on a wall somewhere? You know, the kind of thing that gives you a peaceful feeling, even if you don't exactly know what it means. Well, it's a really simple but profound blessing that's been quietly spreading all over the world. So today, we're going to uncover its story.
Okay, so this is how it often shows up. Written in this beautiful ancient script. That's Sanskrit. The phrase itself is Shivmastu Sada Sarvesham, Sarvatra Cha. It just feels so historical, almost mystical, doesn't it? So, what is this beautiful message actually saying?
And here we go. The English translation is, "Blessed be all, ever and everywhere." So simple, right? But so direct and incredibly powerful. Suddenly, the mystery of that ancient script just melts away, and what you're left with is this pure, universal wish. It's a blessing that literally leaves no one and no place behind.
And get this message isn't just, a digital graphic or a meme. Nope, it's physically inscribed on buildings. Just look at this entrance here. You can see it written out in Sanskrit, in Gujarati, and in English. It's like a permanent public declaration of goodwill for everyone to see.
So, all this really brings up the big questions, doesn't it? Like, what's the deeper philosophy behind this message? And who was the person that first started sharing this powerful idea with the world? All right, let's trace it all back to the source.
Okay, first up, let's really break down the meaning. We're going to see just how this one single idea keeps its power, no matter what language or culture it's in.
So check this out. You can really see how consistent the message is across these different languages. It doesn't matter if it's in Sanskrit, Hindi, or Gujarati. The core idea, the intent, is exactly the same. May there be well-being for all, always, and everywhere. And that English translation, it just perfectly captures that huge, all-encompassing, unconditional wish.
This isn't just some casual blessing. It's actually the expression of a really profound philosophical concept called Vishvkalyan. That's a Sanskrit term, and it basically translates to world welfare. It's both a prayer and a mission, all wrapped into one. A mission for the happiness, peace, and prosperity of the entire world.
All right, so who's the person behind this incredible philosophy of Vishvkalyan? Well, it's time to meet the spiritual leader who made this his life's message.
This is Swami Sri SADA. He was the spiritual teacher who dedicated his entire life to spreading this one simple but totally transformative message. His teachings were all centered on that core idea of universal love and well-being. His followers and the people who knew him, they gave him titles that really reflected his mission. One of them was Vishwa Hiteshi Vishwatam, which means benefactor of the world. And that wasn't just some fancy title. It was literally a description of his life's work.
And that's exactly why you so often see his calm, wise face right alongside the words, "Blessed be all, ever and everywhere." The messenger and the message, they're just so deeply connected. They really reinforce each other.
A philosophy like this often needs a physical home, right? A center where people can gather, learn, and actually put these ideas into practice. So now, let's go visit the home of this message.
This is the Sri SADA Ashram. Think of it as the physical heart of the Swami's teachings. It's the place where that spirit of Vishvkalyan, that idea of world welfare, is kept alive and shared with anyone and everyone who visits.
So, to get specific, the ashram is located in the Motera area of Ahmedabad in India. And its history, along with the Swami's teachings, are all documented in texts like Vishvkalyan. That translates to the science of life, which is pretty cool. And it really grounds this whole spiritual concept in a real place with a real history.
All right, let's just pull back for a second and think about the true power of this simple wish. What does it really mean to put that kind of positive energy out into the world? This pairing right here just perfectly captures how universal this message is. You've got the blessing and is joined with the Om symbol, which so many traditions recognize as the sound of the universe. It kind of suggests that this wish for everyone's well-being isn't just a nice thought, It's something more fundamental, a deep, resonant truth.
So really, when you get down to it, "Blessed be all, ever and everywhere" is so much more than just a phrase. It's a complete prayer in a single sentence. It's an active practice, the practice of sending goodwill out with no boundaries, no conditions, and no expiration date. And that really leaves us with one final question to think about, to carry with us. What actually changes? Both out in the world around us and deep inside ourselves. What changes when we make that conscious choice to wish well for everyone, everywhere?